Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Hurts. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st down, Howell. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Back to throw, Howell. Out left to Dotson. Oh, look at the juke. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And Howell will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
2nd down throw for Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Gabriel Davis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
First down, Hal to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Howell changing the play here. Second down and a run by Robinson. And now off to the races down the right side. He may go. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 69 yards. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 163 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Faking the handoff. Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see Week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Smith catches left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 14 yards. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Broken tackle. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. That one good for 37 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That one looks like he'll throw here. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Washington, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before